And look at all the sky islands that we can get our hands on. Alright, so I'm gonna go for... Honestly, it really doesn't matter. You can get from one to the other, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the closer one first. And this thing is spinning around like this, and that's okay. We can actually, you know, walk around up here. You can climb this thing if you really have to. The bad thing is if you're holding on and you're climbing, it can spin the wrong way, and you can wind up underneath it and still, you know, lose your grip and fall. So, you know, for right now, I'm just going to kind of demonstrate it is okay to walk around up here. And, you know, eventually you'll find the opening. It's not on that end, it's not on the other end. And at some point, the opening will become more user-friendly, and you'll be able to get after it. But you're probably better off just flying into the hole as you see it from the air with your paraglider. Okay, and that is literally what's causing it to go around and around. So first things first, I'm going to dump my 10 parts into the dispenser. Alright, and I always check my map to make sure no more question marks. Good to go. Okay, now I don't know if this is just a blessing shrine. I'm about to find out. Okay, now usually, not always, but usually when you come out of the shrine, this thing's going to reset. So again, you'll have to turn it off. Which is a real shame because you saw how that eyeball was lined up when I first walked out. So, you know, try to do that quick and put that back to where that thing is, you know, more or less level or centered. And you can hop right down into the lower section and get your loot. Now, this should be another will. And it is. I keep forgetting to go get tooling upgraded. I gotta do that one of these days. This is gonna turn into another weapon crafting issue where I keep, you know, forgetting, and then I keep saying I need to get that done. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for here. Just the shrine, and I'll come back to that, you know, for the typical shrine video. Okay, so I want to go that way. Now, they give you some building stuff in here, so, you know, feel free to use all that. Go ahead and do just that, just to save myself, you know, the Zonite and having to use them on the devices. Okay, and the good thing about this one is we don't have to go super far, so honestly, single engine design here should get you to where we need to go. I didn't put a control stick on there, so I'm going to have to kind of do the footwork here to make sure it's aimed right and all that. Alright, all the typical loose lootables. I always forget how spoiled I am with the nighttime speed up, and then daytime comes and it's like, ooh. Well, I really need to do some depths work. Too many X's forming down there. I'm not even going to be able to see the map at some point. Alright guys, so you know, it's not anything too fantastic. It's really probably just the map that's over here. There might be a flower or something I'm missing. To the best of my knowledge, there's no hardy anythings. So, yeah, the only other thing I can think of is a korok seed over there. And to get there, I want a little bit more altitude than that, because I don't think Tool and Steez will quite get me over there unless I'm a little bit higher up. Okay, so now make sure this is the last thing you have to do. In fact, it's probably a good save game point. In case you messy up, you can just reload save and start over. But now that it is done and out of the way, there's actually something else we could do while we're here. Unfortunately, every time you warp back here, this resets. So, you know, I gotta shut that off literally every single time I come back here. Okay, so we have altitude, but not enough to glider over. We're definitely going to have to build a Zonite device to get there. So yeah, it's a bad thing that stupid thing fires back up, but on the flip side, you get your devices back. Just to save yourself from having to use your own. Okay, so once again I'll have to do my fancy footwork here. Get this thing going where I need it to go. And I think I've got it. Comfortably. Oh, yeah, fun fight coming up, by the way. Flux II construct. I'm gonna try something here I've never actually tried before. What? Awesome! Alrighty. So that actually worked out beautifully with the glider plane here. Not only did it get me here, now I've got the altitude to do some of this from the air. That really couldn't have worked out any better. This thing's gonna die pretty quick with a 5-shot burst bow. In fact, I think it's already done. Okay, now I'm not a big fan of these double barrel tippers. So yeah, I'd rather just tip my Zonite weapons a little bit better than what that can offer. And there is another. And that freaking eyeball did not get him. That one did. Alright guys, now I can safely say I am done fooling around. And we can finally get back to our regularly scheduled programming.